Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I got a new toy. I got a new leaf blower, and I was doing some jobs around the garden, and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna put together a little tidy up video because I know they're kind of satisfying to watch, and it might give us some motivation to get out inside in the winter for some winter gardening. So I picked up a leaf blower because I get an awful lot of leaves, but I'm disappointed to say that the one I purchased, it was only €75. I got it in Argos, but it is no match for my leaves. The one thing I will say is it's really good for the pebbles. So if you saw my cottage garden video from a couple of weeks ago, back in December, we laid down some pebbles on some like muddy areas in the garden, and the leaf blower is great on that. But when you see later on in the video, it's not so good in the flower beds and where there is thicker areas of leaves. So one thing I noticed in my garden, there was just the last of the leaves. So I decided to rake them into the middle of the grass, and I just adjusted my lawnmower. My lawn is not looking too fresh because, again, if you saw my previous video when we did some work in the garden in December, a little bit got damaged. We were using some tools, but I am hopeful that it will come back nice and strong in spring. I was actually looking back at old pictures from 2021 of my garden, and I was like, God, the grass was so green. But I will lay down some seed around about March, April time, and the green grass shall be back. So I haven't done much with the pond since the last video, but I did pick up these. You'll see them now in a second. They're like faux wooden tiles, but they're actually like a tile, like a garden kind of, I don't know what the material is. So I'm not kind of set on this kind of configuration, but I've just been trying to put them around the pond, and I did pot in 2 ferns. So I'm starting to put like some evergreens down there, and I have ferns in the woodland corner, and they seem to like the soil. They seem to do well in that area. So I was like, okay, I'll plant 2 more, and these ones are like woodland ferns, so they take a bit of like damp soil. So when my pond, maybe if it overflows from heavy rain or anything like that, they should be okay with that. I also just popped in the iris, the pond iris, and the pond lily, so it's kind of starting to take shape, but it's far from finished. So you are not going to be able for the coolness of me. So you may have recognized these scaldy, oh my God. These scaldy, am I zoomed in? I am. So, I can't even have them on the counter. These are my Scaldi garden runners that have been on the go now a good while. Wait for it. I'm gonna pop these outside. Guess what I got for Christmas? I got me some crocodoodle-doos. Oh yes. And I am so uncool that I'm cool. These will now be cool. You'll all be wearing these Crocs in the garden. So I needed new garden runners for a long time, or something to wear in the garden that's not your slippers. And these are so comfortable. And I was like, a pair of Crocs. Now these are the kids ones because I was small foot, a junior 3. Yeah, UK 3 I think. And I said, when my brother asked me what I wanted for Christmas, I was like, I think I want a pair of Crocs. And he's like, oh what? How old are you? And I was like, no, it's practical. Yeah, like they protect my feet, they give me a bit of air. They're really comfy. I might have to wear socks with me Crocs because it's cold out, but I feel like that's a step too far in the uncoolness. I don't think Monty Don wears Crocs, but anyway, I want to do the front garden today because that's worse for leaves than the back was. And I think I got it to use a mixture of my leaf blower and mowing them up with the lawnmower and putting them in the compost. The leaf blower, I mean, it's great, but I thought it was going to be amazing, but I still find myself using, you know, the rake or whatever. But I think for the front garden, I'm just going to use it to blow them out of the flower beds. It's harder than it looks. And then bag them up and shred them or mulch them with the lawnmower, and then I have some sacks that I can put them into for leaf mold, and then the rest will just go into compost. Me and my Crocs. Thumbs up if you like the Crocs. I like them, very comfy. Oh, so comfy. Oh, as you can see, the leaf blower didn't even make a dent. So I went manual. I went acoustic. The good old rake came out, and one of the things, I really need to finish this because I noticed that loads of the spring flowers that were underneath the leaves, because the leaves were really thick, that they were trying to come up, and the little buds and shoots that were coming up were yellow. And I think that's from lack of like any sort of sunlight and maybe too much moisture as well. So while it might not look like I did a lot of clearing up, I did manage to clear a good amount of leaves. And it was backbreaking work, and this was like the second day. I didn't do this all in one day, and it was also really cold as well, so the temperature changed. But yeah, it doesn't look like I did a lot, but I can reassure you that I did. I did try anyway.
You as you drive, do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm if I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving.
I haven't even finished. But I need to finish this video because there's only so much leaf picking up you can do for a video. ASMR leaf picking, I should title this video. Also, I'm wearing my gloves. I'm always getting given out to for gardening with no gloves. So I still have the front to do. I did half a bed up the front, and my problem is my compost bin is full, but it gets collected on Monday, and I have no more leaf sacks, so I'm going to turn them into leaf mold. So I need to go and get, like, do you know the compostable bags for the brown bin to do the leaves up the front? And the reason why I'm trying to get the leaves out of the flower bed is, as you can see, there was flowers, like spring bulbs, starting to come up, but they were like yellow because they were probably not getting enough light, and they probably are too moist as well because the leaves might be retaining the moisture, kind of like mulch, which you want it to retain moisture, but I don't think this time of year. So I'm hoping with the leaves taken off that they will grow much better. So I think I need like another hour in the garden when my bin isn't full. It's kind of like, I feel like the winter garden cleanup, it's more than a day. It's like a week. Because if it's not leaves, the power washer has to come out. So that's it for this video. I hope you just had fun in the garden with me. If I look like it's freezing, it's because the weather changed. And it's currently, what's my watch say? 3 degrees. That's all right. And I think it was just, like, there was a rumour of snow tonight. I don't know, but it's cold. So that's kind of why I have to stop. So thanks for watching. Cheeky thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in next week's video. Also, garden videos aren't my usual jam, but I do have a playlist if you want to watch like my other garden kind of videos where I have videos on the greenhouse and things like that. And I'm not a pro, but I do love an owl garden video, so I'll pop my playlist here if you want to check that out as well.